6. Man Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a V1 live stream at night here in Texas. Somebody said it's good morning to them over there. Just Chase, good morning to you, sir, wherever you're tuning in from. Global channel here at the V1 HQ, but it is nighttime for me. I don't typically stream at this hour, but there's a lot of things going on tonight that it just worked out this way. So here we are in Lost Wages, Nevada, flying the V-Spirit Virtual Airline, or VA. A couple of my mods put this VA together. I'm loving it. I love how they do things there. They also put together the PVA airline as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about the event and what's going on, but shout out to everybody in chat. I'm actually very surprised at the turnout. Thank you everybody for tuning in already. We got 75 people watching here before we even get going. That's I did not expect that many for a late night stream like this. So Fubar, welcome. Just Jace, Tom Pasco, Swarm 3513, Benny, Anthony Anderson, Christian, Adrian, Ionscu, man, you got to be going to bed here pretty soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stand up late. Rotor Fib, Aviator Trav, Jones 68442, welcome. Blue Bear, Jeremy Harvey in the house, Douglas Phillips in the house, and Al W as well, just to get us started. Many more of you that aren't members, welcome to the stream, guys. Here we are, Flight Factor A320, Matavia mod, Sharklets, IAE engine mod. We've got a Fly Tampa Vegas scenery, and of course, the moment you've probably been waiting for. Let's take a look at this. Well, I've been waiting for this. I'm going to bring you into tiller cam here real quick, just so we can see what's going on. We've got, let's see, where is my throttle? There it is. My cameras are a little up. I got my thrust levers. Thrust lever mod is installed. We have the tiller cam ready to rock, so I think it's going to be a fun night. We don't need to replay this song though, so let's go ahead and end that. That was nice. That was nice. But what is up, guys? Here we are, ready to go. Beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we got the Flight Tampa scenery, the Flight Factor looking juicy as ever, and Matavia mod windows with Carta's V2500 engines, which just are absolute. Just a juice fest. I mean, it's so good looking, so good. So we got a lot to do. I expect there's going to be some traffic. I expect there's going to be some delays if we don't get out of here on time. So what we need to do is get the airplane set up and ready to go for our departure time of 7:15. So we've got about 30 minutes to get this bird off the ground. Jeremy says, I'm so happy to see you at X-Plane because that must mean things are at least better than they were. Jeremy, they are half better than they were, but we are getting there. We are getting there. So cold and dark, completely cold and dark airplane. I also need to, I never connected the GPU. Let's go ahead and turn the GPU on there. So we're going to need that. So we're into the cockpit. Crew came down the jet bridge. Cold overhead. Let's go ahead. We've got our voltage on there. I haven't flown the Flight Factor since the last time we flew it together on stream. We are in the beta version. It is... hopefully we don't have any groundbreaking bugs, but here we go. That's coming on. Man, it just seems really dim to me. Well, I guess it's all right. Let me get my dome light on here. That's on. And the beautiful screen's coming to life. I'm going to brighten everything up here. Check the aircraft type. Should be an A320. Should be an A320. I don't see why we would not have anything wrong with that. Flight info says your Boeing 737. Oh, that stupid thing. Here, let me fix that for y'all. I know what it is. Sometimes it does this. My my overlay will not register, so I'm going to fix that for you. That should do it. Let me know if that fixed it now. That should fix it. Hopefully that fixes it. But we all know it's A320. How do I like the Flight Factor compared to the Tolless A319 321? Hey, before going down a rabbit hole of discussion, I get that question all the time. Check out my video I did most recently on the comparison between the Flight Factor and the Tolless. I go over a lot of things on both aircraft. You know, the Flight Factor's come a long way, but there's still some things that just irk me, which we'll get into a little bit if we have time. But it is a great airplane. I mean, it's pretty. But if you want to make it look as pretty as this, I mean, everything, a lot of what you see here is mods. The engines are modded, the SATCOM is modded, the sharklets are modded, the windows inside the cabin are modded. So there's a lot of things you have to do. But long story short, check out that video I made on my channel comparing the two. CVR test. Boom, there we go. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in X-Plane though, Jeremy. Why did I choose this airplane tonight? So, there is, you guys know I'm part of the V-Spirit VA. We've done VA Friday before, and I was actually going to do a PVA stream. I'm just going to go through my overhead flow here while I talk. I was going to do the PVA stream, but you guys know him as Phantom 320. He's done the first officer for me here quite a bit. He's also a real-world A320 pilot. Well, he's a real-world controller now, but he used to be a real-world A320 pilot. I mean, he still is, but he doesn't fly anymore. He's an air traffic controller. So he was one of my mods, one of my members. They started this VA. I joined it. Tonight, they're doing a triple point event going to the coastal Starlight Event. That's what FNO is calling it. And so we have to fly to one of these West Coast airports. And he is actually controlling Sacramento arrivals. So we're going to talk to Phantom 320, a real-world controller, on VATSIM going in to Sacramento, which will be a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do this in real life, and just our schedules just haven't aligned where I've been able to fly in when he's working real air traffic control. But this will be the first kind of like, I mean, this is as close as you're going to get to actually doing it in real life. So all those reasons combined are why we're in the Flight Factor 320 tonight, and specifically the Flight Factor, Jeremy, if you're asking that, it was because I saw this livery release. Forgive me if I can't remember who released it, but it was in the Discord. The livery is pretty sweet. He's got mismatched cowlings, which you rarely ever see any liveries do this, but I've seen this all the time. Doesn't matter, airlines, whatever, American, Spirit, Frontier, Allegiant, sometimes you see them with mismatched panels, and it's just kind of unique to see that here. And of course, you've got the mismatched yellow SATCOM antenna on the top. So it's just kind of cool to see that. I thought it was pretty unique. I figured, hey, we got to give that a try. And I feel like this airplane responds really well to the tiller. The Tolless responds good, and we'll talk about it when we fly the Tolless aircraft, but this one I think is the nose wheel steering, or the ground friction driving is a little bit better. So that's the reason why we're in the Flight Factor anyway. All right, continuing with our overhead flow. Let's get the engine number 1 on. Or fire test, I should say. Number 2. Skittles is your favorite livery? I don't think there's many of them flying around anymore. 1, 2, and 3 is good. Up the right-hand side of the overhead. I guess we have a cargo heat on this aircraft. And that is good. Coming down here, I'm going to brighten up these screens a little bit. Brighten this up, brighten this up. Over here, let's check our engine page. We got oil. Let's check our hydraulics. We have hydraulics. We're going to go electrical page. I'm going to pop it out. We're going to go up to the overhead. We're going to do a quick battery test here. 1 and 2 come offline. They come back on. Amps decreasing less than 10 seconds. Perfect. Beautiful. Battery test is good. Get rid of the electrical page. Go to the door page. Oxygen is in the green. Cool. We don't need that highlighted anymore. Let's check our nav data. I hope I did it correct. I did. Look at that, Christian. I even got my nav data updated. Al Ayubi did this livery. Thank you. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, Al Ayubi, if you're watching or if you see this video, fantastic job, sir, with the livery pack that you released. Really, really nice, and it works seamlessly. Well, you have to have the mods for it to work complete with the SATCOM. You have to have Matavia mod, and the V2500 engines are just awesome how you painted those. So we're operating under a real SOP tonight, so we got NKS N28 as our flight number. Our cost index per our flight plan is 30, and our cruise altitude is 310. That is good. Let me pull up the Simbri flight plan here. This is, oh, it's actually cost index 15. So this is dispatched via my Pegasus software, which I'll show you guys real quick, if you're curious of what I'm looking at. So I can pull the flight plan from here as well. This is part of the V-Spirit software. They use VAMSys to run the VA. So you have your Simbri flight plan here, which is pretty cool. And if you look at the map, you should see all Spirit aircraft. Look, we got a lot of Spirit aircraft leaving Vegas, but you can see system-wide. We got somebody flying down in Florida. We got someone flying up here over the Northeast. A couple more flying into LA, it looks like. So just kind of cool. I like this VAMSys software, but what we really want to check is, here we go. We are departing. Everything is good. So I'm going to go ahead and close that so you don't have to look at that for the rest of the night. I actually have nav data. I know, I actually did it. I did it proper. We'll go ahead and align on ref here as well while we're sitting here. All right, flight plan. We are departing. I don't know what they're going to depart off of. Let me look at active sky weather right now. Winds are 210 at 11, gusting 19. It could be 25 or 19. Let's plan 25. Well, that says 25 left. Let's take a look at the chart here. Oh, that's right, 26. We're gonna do 26, or that would be 50 degrees, or 19 would be 30 degrees. We'll take 19. We'll depart off 19 or left. We'll go departure 19 or left. And what did our flight plan say? It was on the Joker, which is not in here. Oh yeah, there it is, up at the top. Joker 2. V1 streams make these flu days bearable. Vidic, I hope you feel better, man. Welcome to the stream. That sucks you got the flu, man. No one likes being sick. No one likes being sick, but hopefully we'll get you some nice quality entertainment tonight. Should be a fun stream. I'm actually more, you know, I'm always excited to stream, but as the night progressed, I felt like I was getting really set up for something special here. I got some snacks, I got some drinks. I never stream late night, so, I mean, I say late night, but, you know, past 7 o'clock. All right, Keno Donner is the next intersection, DONNR. We'll get that in here. And then the Slammer 4 arrival. And I have no idea what to expect. So let me look at active sky one more time. They're saying winds for landing based on winds 3-4 left and 3-4 right, according to that. So let's just put in, I have no idea what we're getting into. Let's just put in ILS 35 left. It's a total guess. Could be completely wrong. But we're going to keep that in there. We're on the Slammer 4 off Donner. Intersection, insert. That is in the box. And we got a disco there. We'll clear that. I should have cleared it first. There we go. Insert. Boom. 35 left. Excellent, excellent. Late night, it's 12:56 in Chile, Scotland. Ginar, wow, 1 a.m. Well, welcome on board, man. You're hardcore. Appreciate you tuning in as always, sir. Welcome to the stream. All right, we got our primary in there. Let's go into our standard diffs rip. We haven't been in an airplane that had everything really modeled here in the McDo in a while. We've been flying the fly-by-wire mod without a secondary, but now we have a secondary. We need to actually get this set up properly. Secondary, if we pop one, we're going to come right back around. We'll come right back around for the ILS. I'd rather do the ILS. Thinking real world here. Real world, if I pop one, I want the longest runway. I want the ILS 26 right. These are displayed out of order. ILS 26 right. Secondary, perf. Scroll it over, approach. I just want 200 in the DH. And as far as temperature and wind, what was it? What did I say? 210 at 11, gust 19. A little windy here in Vegas tonight. 210 at 11. Temperature off the ECAM is 18 degrees. Ooh, it's a nice evening though. And the meter is 2977. That is set. Beautiful. Runway doesn't matter. Phantom going to make you sidestep. Whichever I choose. I bet he will. I bet he will. Good call, Al. All right, secondary's in. RadNav. I'm just going to hard tune Las Vegas. Now, again, real world procedures here. We'd have a single engine or an engine out, special engine out procedure, but we're not going to worry about that on this stream. Secondary is done. RadNav is done. Init B, this is when we have to start doing some stuff. So according to, this is where it gets, I don't know, I wish we could uplink via SimBrief, which I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Wow, it just got light all of a sudden. This said we're taking 160. Let me check my VAMPSIS. Let me close that out. Let's go to passenger. Keep them buckled tonight. WSI Signet for moderate turbulence between 300 and 380 between Donner and Slammer. Woo! That sounds exciting. That sounds exciting. How many passengers did I have on this booking? This booking had us taking 165 packs, which I don't think we can take in the Flight Factor. So we'll do 136. We'll go ahead and set that. As far as cargo, I don't really know how to, I'm not going to say we're going to do the conversions. We'll just kind of wing it. We'll just say we got a full boat, pretty heavy. Like that. We'll go ahead and set that. That is good. Now fuel, we do need to call the fuel truck over here. Al Ayubi, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome to Private Pilot, sir. You are here. Welcome. Yes. The livery, gentleman Al Ayubi is the one who's done this livery pack. He's done a couple different tails, but he is the one that has mismatched, like the mismatched cowling here and just the SATCOM. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Ooh, looks like we're getting a little bit of an X-plane sunset right now too, which is extra juicy. So, oh, Christian, if you're still here, look, I left it just for you, my friend. I left the stairs with the jet bridge so you can, you have 3 ways to get to the cockpit. I did that just for you, my friend. Waiting to push this banana bus, Chris Stuper. Excellent, man. Excellent. Loving your videos you posted in the Discord too, man. That's really cool. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, did I set that? We set that. Oh, no, I don't want to set that. That's way too much gas. 9.5. We're going to need to do a little calculation here. SimBrief says, and I don't want to take too much gas. SimBrief says, or my dispatcher dispatched me, I need 17.2. So let's just call it 17.3. We got to do a kilo conversion here, which is ridiculous. It's 2022. But let's do it. 17,300 pounds to kilograms is 7.8 roughly. I know there's, you have to do different weight for fuel and all that, but we're going to take 7.8. We'll go ahead and set that. Hopefully, I don't want to get dinged for the wrong fuel amount. 7.847, I don't think it will ding us for that. So 7.8 on the gas. That is done. I set that. So all we need to do now is come in here and we'll do weight request. There it is. So 56.2 and 22.2. So if we look at our perf data, 22.2 and 56.2, we're in limits. Excellent, excellent. How are we looking on departure time? We're about 15 minutes or so. So we're actually 14 minutes. Looks like all the centers just came on. All the LA centers. But if I don't need to talk to LA center though, right? Because I'm departing Vegas. I might have to. Let's go ahead and finish the airplane setup though while we're at it. I want a staircase to climb through the window in the cockpit. Christian, I can do that for you too, my friend. Here, let's go ahead and pop the window. There you go. Now you got multiple points of entry to climb up in here. I don't know why this is down. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. On the departure procedure, if we got to climb via, it's going to be top altitude 190. So I'm going to put 190 in the box here. Good afternoon from New Zealand, Colin Larson. Welcome on board, sir. Good evening. Good afternoon for you, but good evening indeed. What did I say the altimeter was? 77? Yeah, 2977. 2977 is set. I gotta set all of them. 2977 set twice and 3 times is set. Cool. There we go. I'll steal your coffee now. Vegas is within LA Center. Okay, you need to talk to LA Center. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to give him a call then because I don't want to be getting behind in line. So let's come down to our radio stack here. We need to talk to 3555. It's the closest one. He'll probably tell me a different one, but let's give him a shout. 3555. We'll put that in COM 1. We'll turn it on. It is on indeed. VHF 1. Let me check my microphone binding. I may need to rebind it. I do indeed. We haven't flown this airplane.
American 1209 280.
Where are we at? Bravo Warthog. Contact ATC. Oh no, it's what is it? It's push to talk. X-Pilot. Here we go. Push to talk. Done. What are we? Spirit Wings 928. We are. Ooh, I could take Las Vegas approach. Let's see. Let's see what center says. Las Vegas departure's coming on. We'll call 350. We'll call him 350. And then get our constraints on. Constraints on. Down to 10 miles. Let's brighten up the window here.
American 100. Yes, sir, American 100.
Time to go blow my brains out. Why is that, A380? Don't do that, my friend.
You said 100, right?
Don't do that.
Yes, 100. American 100, clear to land, runway 100.
Al says, I appreciate your kind words, and I'm glad you like the liveries. You're actually perfect on that pronunciation. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, man. Got lucky. Slam Cannon, what's going on, man? I saw you. I was off. I'm sorry. I was getting the airplane set up. A lot of people joined in. What's going on, Slam? Chris Duper, you're on A14. You're on Alpha 12? That's you next to me then, right? Wait, which one's 12? Which one's 12, Chris? One of these. No, Allegiant, piss off, man.
343 approach, you're on request number 1.
Uh-oh. Vegas, good evening. Spirit Wings 928. I'd like to get our IFR to Sacramento.
Spirit 928, approach. Clearance request number 2.
Oh, put us behind Allegiant. That sucks. All right, let's go ahead and finish up airplane things, though. Our box is complete. I'm going to put the FO on perf page. We have to wait for a squawk. And we're just going to wait for him. What's our temperature in the cabin? It's okay right now, so we're good on the APU. Display's looking really dim. They're looking dim on mine too, Al. I'm not sure why that is.
Las Vegas, approach, Spirit Wings 1990 with the weather in Vegas, looking for IFR to Portland.
Don't know why that is, Al. I can't brighten them up.
Clearance request number 2.
Maybe it's just the lighting we're in right now. I don't know. Wow, everyone's calling up. At least we're number 2. Or we should be number 1 now. I guess we can go ahead and... blocked.
Spirit 928, cleared as filed, squawk 1367, reback squawk, hold only.
Squawk on 1367, Spirit Wings 928.
Spirit 928, reback correct expect runway 26 right for departure, advisory to taxi.
26 right, we'll give you calls, premise 928. All right, 1367, we're as filed. That's a change of runway, though. What do we got? What is he going off? He wants us going off 26 right.
1900, I don't have in your flight plan.
They're going to be busy, so I'm not even going to worry about asking. We're just going to set 26 right here. Joker 2 should still be in there. Insert, we're going to get a disco because we changed runways.
668, cleared as filed, squawk 1304, read back squawk code online.
Cool, that's all done. Boom, 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 perf. We're waiting on this, and it B is done. It is excellent. Let's go ahead and close up the window. That's closed. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. Let's close up these doors. Let's close up these doors. Let's get rid of the trucks. Flight Factor is life. Did you find the binding for auto thrust? No, I did not. I did not. It's driving me nuts. And I can't get my speed brake arm lever to work. Even though the command is in there for speed brake arm and I have it bound, it doesn't arm. I don't know what's going on.
230, read back correct, expect runway 26 right for departure, advisory to taxi.
You got it, Xander? All right. So they're off. I'm going to just keep this on. Let's go here. Oh, we need to get the EPU fired up.
Las Vegas approach continuing Legion 406, I have to Portland with the weather. Legion 406 standby, or excuse me, clearance arm request standby.
Sorry the script for the speed brake arm didn't work out. Maybe get it working next time. No problem, Robert. It might be something I'm doing. Or it might just be maybe I'm on the wrong version. Maybe I need to get a newer version. I don't know. We'll see. But like it registers in the commands. Like when I do the binding commands, it actually lights up, says, okay, that's the button, whatever. But then in the airplane, it doesn't actually move the speed brake lever. Nothing really does. It's weird.
We're doing the Joker 2 departure, and we're doing the Timbers 2 into Portland.
All right, so that's good. We need to get rid of the chocks. That's on. Let's go ahead and get that off. We got our fuel pumps on. A little out of order there. Seatbelts on. And let's close up the cabin door. We don't need that anymore.
1990, clear to Portland, Joker 2, departure.
We should be closing the door here pretty soon.
Soren, Timbers 2 arrival, squawk 1335.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
That's fine.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Wow, I'm gonna need to start drinking some coffee instead of beer, because this guy is rapid fire speaking. Why is there an ambulance? because the captain punched himself in the face because he couldn't figure out what the auto thrust disconnect push button was because it's not in the bindings. We're going to do a flaps 1, no flex, 133, 137, 131. That is set. I don't believe we need to call for push. We've got our, let's go on, TAR, windows, doors, and sides, closing on, beacon. On, thrust levers, idle, parking brake, it's on for now.
Okay,
Dispatch transfer 4-star checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and get the EPU bleed on. And he's hooking up. Cool. Model matching. I know, Fubar, this guy is like, man, I feel like I'm missing all kinds of stuff, but look at this view right here already. Oh no, what is this gonna do? I don't want all this. I want you to go away.
And Las Vegas, departure American Alaska Center,
oh well, we'll take the jet bridge with us. Oh no, it already departed. Cool.
Tow connected and bypass been in service. Release parking brake.
All right. He's taxiing. As soon as he's clear, we're gonna start. Our pushback. Oh, look at that! The beam of light. Oh my goodness. Guys, hit the like button for that. Let's get our first round of likes in here. We got a spiritual wings behind us. We got a beautiful Spirit 320 here. We got the ray of light and Las Vegas in the background at sunset. This is, Tom, I agree. XP looking pretty awesome right now. This is looking pretty good. Right here. This shot is looking awesome. Hit the like button for this juice right here. Alright, cool. He's out of here. Brakes released. Clear to push.
Alaska set.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
And that was Frontier Flight 2091 requesting clearance to Sacramento.
Flight Force 77.
2091 clearance request.
Thank you, sir, for the $5 super chat, man. Very much appreciated. So let me ask you, Flight Force, did you bind the speed brake arm disarm in the monkey commands in the X-plane? Because I believe that's what it's under. It's under like Flight Factor, then monkey, and it says speed brake arm and speed brake disarm. Is that what you used? I'll try that. I'll verify that I got that, but I don't want to do it doing pushback. I'll be flying into Vegas out of Portland for the event. Aleem, excellent, man. Thank you. By the way, Aleem Ahmed is the gentleman who provided the thumbnail screenshot and the intro screenshot as well. So you guys keep posting those screenshots in the Discord. It's awesome. When I have to schedule a stream when I'm at my house and I'm not at the office, I don't have any access to the sim to make a thumbnail. So it's really awesome when you guys post screenshots, and if you approve, I enjoy taking them for thumbnails. It's really good stuff. I'm gonna rebind this view here. That's a juice view. We're gonna go ahead and start one during pushback so we can get out of here. Engine mode to ignition start. There's our bleed pressure. Turning engine 1. Andre, I agree. It's looking good right now. The Fly Tampa is pretty good stuff. We'll just go ahead and get one started. We'll start rolling. We're going to go out on one. We're going to see how this Flight Factor handles on one engine. So we got a good start on one. We're going to go here. I'm just going to try. No. It doesn't. It's not. Let me double check it in here. Let me go. What is it? Bravo. Ground. Speed brakes. Arm. Yeah. Speed brakes arm. I don't know. Oh well. That's off flaps 1. I'm not using the TCA quadrant anymore. No, sir. Indeed. We are using this. So I don't know why my camera's off a little bit there. It looks like it's off a little bit for the throttle quadrant. But we've got our newest add-ons, the ETSI throttle levers. Brake set, glitter disconnect.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We may have to adjust the time. I don't really want to fly this whole flight at night. We're real time, real weather, but... Alright, that's on. We're going to go yellow electric pump on. APU bleed is off. Rotor trim is in fact 0. But yeah, these are full-size levers now. I had a picture, I think, did I not post it in the Discord? I don't have the lever next to me. Or maybe I'll grab it in cruise. But the size difference is insane with these. It feels like I'm actually grabbing a thrust lever quadrant now. It's awesome.
Approach Allegiant 343, spot 18, weather in taxi.
Alright, Allegiant's out of here. We're going to taxi behind him.
Transponder on runway 26 right, taxi via Golf Bravo. 6 right, Golf Bravo, Allegiant 343.
Cool, he's out of 18.
Oh, it's disconnected and white Aston has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Cool, we're waiting for the wave off from him and we are ready to go. We'll put him on VOR as well. Well, we're getting out of here, folks. Daylight is preferable, I agree. Let me, really quickly, before I get really messed up with the sim, at 17:16, I'm going to undo that, apply. Let's just back it up. Let's back it up for now. There we go. There's my light. Boom, boom. Give him the sign. Clear left, clear right. Here we go. I'm gonna pull up the spot 18. I want to see how this how she taxis on one engine. We may have to start two. I don't remember how the Flight Factor single engine taxis. Tom Wimsat, the second, coming in with a monster donation. Tom, yes, Tom, I remember your message. He says, I messaged you about getting hired at a regional, and I greatly appreciate your message back. Go buy yourself a bottle of Double Oaked. Glad I was able to make a stream live, and thank you for everything you do. Tom, thank you so much for that monstrous dono. Very much appreciated. I will go buy myself another bottle of bourbon, indeed. For those that don't know, Tom, he messaged me basically without, you know, giving I don't know if you want me to repeat it or not, but he saw my videos and that motivated him. We're gonna have to start our second. We're gonna go ahead and start two. Oh, that's not gonna work. Start fault. He saw my videos, and that basically got him in a career change, and it's worked out wonderfully for him, and I couldn't be happier. So Tom, congratulations on your recent hire, and it's a pleasure to have you in the chat, man. Thank you for your dono, very much appreciated. Do you need to push down on the tiller to turn on the aircraft like the Embraer? Nope, not on the Airbus. The only push down here is the disconnect for the rudder system. They're a little bit too much. We can't really taxi on one. I'm gonna see if we can just keep rolling, but let's call them up. Grounded even in SOPs 928 spot 18 taxi.
Weather ready to taxi. Outside aircraft, call in for taxi standby.
Yeah, this Flight Factor is just juice here. When did the tiller happen? Last week it arrived from Cat 3 Designs. Exclamation point tiller if you want to check out the website. Exclamation point tiller video if you want to see the video that I did specific to the tiller. But it's game changing for ground ops. Spirit Wings 928 spot 18.
928, runway 26 right, taxi via Golf Bravo.
Golf Bravo 26 right, Spirit Wings 928. Golf Bravo, out we go. Let's go ahead and kill that. Let's kill that. Someone's hot micing. And I'm going to arm that. I don't know why it's not arming.
406, runway 26 right, taxi via Golf Bravo, hold short of Charlie. Golf Bravo, hold short Charlie, relay to 436.
Man, I'm not going to lie. This does, this looks pretty good right now. Rex Royce, I agree, man. When you're getting one piece at a time and it all comes together, this is the first stream, guys, where we are complete, minus the rudder pedals. I think we've got to get a rudder pedal set now, but that's not really Airbus related. I'm just going to get a new set of pedals because mine are on their way out. But we've got the flat mod, we've got the speed brake mod, we've got the thrust lever mod, we've got a fantastic tiller now, and we also have the Flight Sim Projects flight side stick. So it's just, it's all come together, and this is the first stream where I've been able to have them all together. We never turned the taxi light on, did we? No, we're taxiing in ghost mode. There it is.
Okay, want us to hold short at Golf here for the traffic? No, continue.
Screenshot.
Sorry, continue taxiing on to Bravo.
Golf Bravo, so all the way down to Bravo, turn it over. Hi, the Sharkless from Flight Factor Software, watching from Brazil. Johnny! Yes, they are, they're not from Flight Factor, they are from the Matavia mod. Just Google the Matavia mod, and that'll get you all set up. It's a mod. Flight 477, thank you for the $2 super chat, sir. It says the binding is go around, hold speed brake at armed. Go around, hold speed brake at armed. Okay. Let me try to find that real quick. So I'm going to come in here. Yeah, go around or hold speed brakes at arm.
1818 contact Tower 119.9.
Hold. What if I just do speed brake?
All aircraft on the ground, Las Vegas, contact Tower 119.9.
I don't see it. Speed brake arm. Ah! Okay, well it's opposite. That's interesting. We got to contact tower, he said, because we're taxiing. So 19-9er. Let's go ahead and dial that in. We'll just throw that in 1. Thank you, Flight Force. Man, I gotta say, or maybe I actually start taxiing the airplane here instead of just looking at chat. But I gotta say, these thrust levers feel so good. I mean, the standard Bravo ones, I'll get them in cruise so you could see what they look like, how small. Literally, they're about half the size. So one Bravo lever, or the stock lever, is about half the size of one of these. You need that MCP, and then it will be complete Rex. No, I can't. I mean, I guess I could put the MCP up here, right? Tom says, awesome, I was doing something I liked, but I didn't love. Moral of the story is to go after your passions, only way to do life. Indeed, Tom, indeed. And Tom, I actually, my wife read, I showed the message to my wife, and she was like, that's just really cool. And it honestly is, you know, I hear stories like that, similar, where someone, you know, takes the jump, either they switch careers or maybe they were thinking about flight training and then they do it because they saw something on my channel, and that, honestly, that makes this worth it. I mean, you know, streaming and hanging out with you guys, obviously it's fun and I enjoy it, and I enjoy teaching as well, but when I get to hear those real life-changing stories, it really, really hits home. So thank you for sharing that with me. But I mean, just look how smooth this taxi is. I'm actually taxiing like a real pilot now. This is fun. Having these, putting my hand here now, guys. Whew. I don't know which view to sit at. Maybe this view here. But having this to actually grip something. And there we go. There we go. Looking at wing views, and I guess you can't taxi straight if you're looking at wing views, huh? Would you be able to link all your add-ons for the Bravo Quadrant? Andre, I am going to put that together. Remind me in the Discord if I forget. They're all in the Discord in the hardware peripheral section. Basically, I can tell you right now, Andre, 3D Sim Mods is who I ordered from off of Etsy. So not a sponsor, just where I got my stuff from. Good prices, decent. I mean, the quality's pretty good. You know, it's been 3D printed stuff, but had no issues with install. Everything fits into place, and the gentleman was 3D Sim Mods on Etsy, and that's where literally everything came from. The magnets on the thrust levers here for the detents, the flap lever, everything.
Actually, just hold short of Charlie for now. Hold short of Charlie, mask.
All right, we do need to do some more stuff here. Let's go ahead and do our flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Hold short of Charlie 6. You're going to give way to an Alaska Air, correction, Alaska 737 coming out of Charlie 6. Alaska 7, pull out on Charlie 6 and turn left on Bravo.
Charles at 3D Sim Mods is a great dude, great customer service. Excellent. Yeah, Douglas, he's who I ordered from, and everything's been pretty straightforward. Go ahead for SProjects 928.
Give way to Alaska Air, correction, Alaska Boeing 737 off your left, pulling out of Bravo.
Roger, we'll give way to Alaska 73 off our left, Spirit Wings 928.
Engine 343, contact departure.
There he is. I was like, where's he at? There he is. Normally in real life, you'd go up here, you'd flick this down, just so he knows you're holding short. Just extra verification. Plus, you don't want to blind his passengers if you're at night and they're going right in front of you.
68, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 left, clear for takeoff.
Tiller Cam, Mr. Martini, what's up? Welcome to the stream, sir. Just got my first job offer up here in Canada for a ground to flight line position. All these simmers really helped me out too. Monty, awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Do those lock the normal honeycomb Airbus throttles? The default Boeings don't lock. Correct. So Rex, what this is I initially bought the honeycomb Bravo add-on first, right? So I had all the basic levers, the Boeings and the GA. I bought the Honeycomb Airbus add-on, but it's good. And I especially like how it locks the thrust reversers, because on the Honeycomb reversers on the Airbus, they will lock. You have to actually flip these up to get into reverse. And these mods, the 3D Sim mods, are based off of the Airbus handles from Honeycomb. Watching all the way from South Africa. Wow, time is 0326 in the morning. Goodness. Thendo, well, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you on board here late night. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and finish this. We'll do that. We'll do that. And I don't know. We're going to have to reverse this. That's weird. I don't know what. We're going to have to reverse that. Takeoff config check. And we'll go to the FAT panel and cabin ready. Back to perf data. There we go. We're looking good now. When we get up here and hold short, I'm going to mess with that speed brake again. Looks spinal. Is that a, what's his name, reference? Yeah, we're just cruising here, holding the center line, a little bit of right action on this Flight Factor. She can use a little bit of, she teams some pull to the left a little bit. How about those sounds though, huh? Oh, now we're off to the right. Sacramento is popping off right now. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have to hold?
545 on my T6 right, clear for takeoff. T6 right, clear for takeoff to February 545.
Truly V1 after dark. It is indeed. It is officially dark. It is officially dark outside. Kevin Thomas, what's up? He says, hello V1, greetings to you, sir. Would you say that they've improved the rotation logic on the aircraft? That issue has detracted me from flying this aircraft. Great stream as always. Kevin Thomas, welcome on board. Well, I'll let you know here in about 2 minutes when we rotate. So I am running the beta version of the Flight Factor. The stable version of the Flight Factor, you're absolutely correct. The rotation and just the flare, the flight model is not correct right now. I don't know if it's been bugged out with updates. But the beta, the last time I flew the beta version, the rotation felt much better. And we're going to give it another test here in a couple minutes. Is the tiller cam same sensitivity in real life? Vidic, it is. And when you look at the settings, when you bind it, you have like a slower resolution between 0 and 30. Well, actually between 0 and 10. And then it's slightly faster between 10 and 30, just like the real airplane. And then it goes real quick, just like the real airplane. So that's when you have to be careful when you really start cranking it over. But yeah, just sitting here on the taxiway, you just nudge it a degree or two over, stay on that center line, hold it. But it does indeed have the same, I guess, I don't even know how to explain it, but the same gradient of sensitivity, maybe that's the right word. And the tension that you feel is almost identical to the real airplane. What makes it not identical is in the real aircraft, you actually have weight on the nose wheel, right? So you can kind of feel a little bit of resistance in the tiller when you're grabbing it and taxiing, but you can't simulate that on a desktop. So other than that, I mean, the tension that you have to use to move it is nearly identical to the real aircraft, and the just so smooth. I mean, it is the most buttery smooth bearing thing I've ever felt. I mean, it's really smooth. It's super butter smooth. X-Plane 11, C2. X-Plane 11. Oh, I'm just holding everybody up here. Look at this. They're all probably pissed that I'm taxiing at 10 knots. Hey, we're in contract negotiations here at V-Spirit, so we're slowing it down. We're slowing it down, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and hold short. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. We'll reset the brake, and I got to figure out this binding. So speed brake arm. What about speed brake toggle? Huh. Speed brake disarm. So it works in the TOLUS just fine. It works in every other airplane just fine, but for some reason...
Traffic.
Yeah, we're gonna desync everybody if we keep doing that. So let's just not do that anymore. Oh, now it wants to arm? I don't know. We'll see. Weird. They're like, who's this noob that's taxiing so slow? Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna mess with it while on the network. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get it to work. Other people have it working, so it might just be something I'm doing wrong. But I mean, it works just fine in the TOLUS. It works just fine in other airplanes. I don't know. Probably something I'm doing. That should have been on. That should have been... That doesn't work. We are in mountainous terrain, so we'll do that on. We should probably review our departure procedure, right? Make sure we're not missing anything here. We're off 2-6, so it's this way, then around. Cool. Cool.
Where do you park? Cross 2 straight Alpha 5 and are parking Alpha 21 for 0207. Spring 207.
Third watch, you finally got to see a live stream? Excellent, welcome.
Oh, and golf to parking.
Is it worth it if you have the 319, Gary? It depends if you want a 320. How bad do you want a 320? Because I've said it before, you know, the 320 flies like a 320, for the most part. The 321 flies like a 321, and the 319 flies like a 319. So you'll feel the difference in how they fly. It just depends on what are you looking to get out of your sim. 2-6 right, line up away, Spring 928. Alright, line up and wait, that's going to come on, that's on, that's on, that's on, and we'll just extend those, but won't arm them. Speed brake off. Cinematic drive on here. See if we can do it from the cinematic view. They are indeed the honeycomb throttle with mods. Wojtek, what's up? Says, hey everyone, still have a lot of work. Just want to say hi. Wojtek, well, welcome on board, man. Don't want to keep you from getting your work done, but thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I love that idle sound on the Flight Factor. Cool, that's ready. We are holding short. We are getting ready to yoga. Batavia Light straight juice. I agree, Christian. Little glow. Look at those. In real life, when you have your tray table out, does it block your side stick? Nope. Nope. So you still can access it just fine. The tiller lets you use all your real-world skills. Indeed, Fubar, indeed. Look, I mean, the tiller, it adds that level of immersion on the ground because you can have the best flight model, but if you're driving on, like for someone like me, everybody's different, but I want that full immersion from the get-go, you know, and being able to steer the airplane just like a real aircraft, it's awesome. It really is game-changing in my opinion. And
26 right, clear for takeoff.
26 right, clear for takeoff, Spirit Wings 928. All right, we're gonna need maximum yogas in chat. Look at these Matavia lights popping out. Oh, they're so good. Here we go, spool them up 50. Yogas in chat, nose forward on the stick. Oh, yes, sir. Man, Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. That's an old call out. I screwed up. 100 knots, check. V1, rotate. And flight factor not wanting to rotate. Interesting. Positive rate, gear up. Flyby.
Target at 1960 with X-ray, IFR locked in.
Whew. Goodbye, lost wages.
Copy on that, 1960.
We are off. Oh, look at this view. I'm gonna keep it in here. Look at that. We all got the flyby emojis because we have an actual flyby now. It's awesome.
At 1960, looks like
Look at that strip. What? What? That strip looks awesome.
I believe we have the rating. Let me check in the chat.
All right, there's a positive trend in airspeed.
Springs 928, contact departure.
Departure good, Springs 928. There's S-speed. Flap 0. Thrust climb, auto thrust. And Las Vegas 35-0. So nice. Departure good evening, Spirit Wings 928, 5.8, climb on via the whatever we're on. I don't remember.
Spirit 928, Las Vegas approach, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 190, contact center 135.55, good day.
3555, climb maintain, flight level 190, Spirit Wings 928, see ya. Really need an FO. He gave me a climb via, so technically we don't have to level 3555.
Subscriber.
He gave, I think he said climb via, so let's just continue to climb. I forget what he said. Departure good evening, Spirit Wings 928, 7.4, climbing flight level 190. Center, good evening. Climb maintain, flight level 320, Spirit Wings 928. All right, 320 is blue, thrust climb, open climb. So we don't have to pay attention to the SID anymore. Let's get another flyby in here. Would love to know what tiller it is. It is the Cat 3 Design tiller. Cat 3 Designs, exclamation point tiller video, if you want to see the video I did on it. I'm trying to move these over a little bit so I don't have to stare at my leg the whole day. There you go. Look at this. This livery is sweet, though. All right, we should fly, but probably continue to fly the SID, though, because we are all over the place here.
Traffic.
TCAS, I have control. He is 2,000 feet above us. Is he descending?
Level off.
Okay.
Level off.
Responding to an RA. TCAS, I have control. Flight director's off.
Clear of conflict.
Center Spirit Wings 928 responding to an RA. All right. Clear of conflict. That's affirmative. We had an RA off that traffic off the top. We're going to continue climb now, flight level 320. Thrust climb, open climb, heading.
You mean you're proceeding traffic?
We had someone fly over the top of us 1,500 feet. Yeah. You know what's interesting? Now that I look at him on the map, he appears frozen on the map for my sim, but either way, we're past him now. We're climbing up 320, Speedway's 928. He was frozen. Yeah, he's frozen on the map there. I don't know what happened there. Alright, there's a lot happening. Jeez. Let's clean it up. Let them know we're at a 10. That's off. Let's go back to the live cam.
Sir.
There's a lot more stress than I needed there on that departure. Let's go ahead and turn the volume down.
Spirit Wings 1818, contact Oakland Center 133.7 CM. 337, Spirit Wings 1818, good night.
Cool. All right. Jeez. Sorry, guys. Ghost plane. I don't know, Aviator Trav. I don't know. Tell him to watch the stream we play. He was there flying the Harrier jump jet. Yeah, it was good practice now. Definitely. TCAS, I have control. Autopilot off. Flight directors off. And then follow the RA. When you get a clearance to climb to your final altitude, is it recommended to do an open climb or climb? Benny, so that will depend. If you're on a SID, on a departure procedure that has altitude constraints, you want to make sure you do an open climb, because the instruction climb and maintain means that you no longer have to obey the restrictions on the departure. So if you have a level off altitude or a speed, and the controller is expecting you to just continue a straight out climb. So if you level, you might throw him off. But now if he says climb via, then indeed you want to just use the climb mode where you push it in and do a regular climb. That will obey your constraints. Look at this view right here, though, with that mismatched cowling. Love it. What kind of clouds? Exclamation point sky, I think. Yeah. People wanting the tiller, and I'm here waiting for a tray table mod. Swarm. Yes, sir. That would be nice. Can you explain the TCAS procedure? So you pretty much saw it live there. So what happens when you get a TA, which is traffic, it'll depend on whoever you work for. But the initial thing is, okay, I have control. You make sure that you're looking at the airplane, whether you're talking with your FO or whatever it is. So that's the first step. Then if you get an RA, like a resolutionary advisory, that's actually a command. So at that point, you have to turn off the autopilot, you have to turn off the flight directors, and then you follow the RA. And the reason we turn off the flight directors has to do with the auto thrust system. Standard is set. 1, 2, and 3. I feel like the sounds don't sound that good for some reason right now. I don't know, they just sound kind of bland. I don't know. Oh well. So that's what happens when you turn the autopilot and then the flight directors off. Dimitri, good evening, sir. Been a while. Good to have you back. Greetings from Vancouver, Captain. Or good from Vancouver, Canada, Captain. I'm back home from a 2-week Weeko jet in North Canada. Ooh, good to be back on stream. Dimitri, welcome on board, man. Dimitri, you've missed a lot, man. You just missed our... we had our tiller cam set up here. We got the throttle mods, which I'm sure you're probably going to just get a full-blown cockpit at the rate you're going. But hey, if you want a tiller for that nice overhead you got, check out Cat 3 Designs, man. I can't recommend it to more. It's a very good tiller, high quality, and you get the same resolution and sensitivity as you do on a real airplane. So, but welcome to the stream, sir. Glad to have you on board. I got used to that Microsoft 2020 juice, Andy B, exactly. I was just on XP stream for a little bit. He's streaming in Microsoft right now. And I was saying, we need a Kool-Aid emoji. Because I've been drinking the juice, the Kool-Aid for Microsoft Flight Sim. You know, I mean, this sim looks great, don't get me wrong. And we got our lovely flyby view. But until X-Plane 12 comes out, I'm just spoiled now. But I mean, you do get this. Look at this view. This wing and engine is freaking awesome. So now that I know there's a BSS IAE sound pack, I'll be flying this for the foreseeable future. Andre, exactly. You got to pick up the BSS pack for the Flight Factor. I think, in my opinion, the best So BSS released a ton of sound packs. I think his best work is still the legacy Flight Factor 320 pack is good, and then the IAE on top of it. There's a little bit of a bug when you go above like 300 something knots, or 330 knots, it gets really loud. I don't know why, but I'll have to keep an eye on it. We make sure we don't overspeed that or go past 330. I think that's when it gets really loud, but that's a bug. But it is, overall, it's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. All right, we're at 23.2, climbing 320. Let me check my ACARs here. So this is our V-Spirit operations. Did I get points for single engine taxi? I don't think I did. Let's look at the map. Let's see our fleet. Look at the V-Spirit fleet. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 V-Spirit aircraft out tonight. Awesome. All right, but everything is good. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. We don't need to see that. Are you using SkyMax Pro? Aviator, no, I'm not. I'm using exclamation point Sky. It's just X-Vision. X-Vision preset, and it comes with some cloud stuff. Exclamation point Sky will get you set up. Oh, I totally screwed that view up. Oh, here we go. I don't like the sound back here for some reason. The sound seems off behind the wing. But that's a realism shot right there. That looks pretty good. I will be making a tiller move here very soon. You're a bad influence, Dimitri. Exclamation point tiller video. If you want to see the video I did, it'll give you all the information on it. But it's important to understand that the sensitivity is non-linear, just like the real airplane, which is really cool. You know, I was hoping it was going to be that way, and indeed it is. So what I mean by that, if you look closely, and that tiller video explains it, but you know, you have quite a large, like from here to here, that's only 30 degrees. You have quite a large range of motion. You only have about an inch between 30 and 75, so it really gets sensitive fast, just like the real airplane does. So when you do those hard 180 turns or a 90 or 110 degree turn, reverse high speed, you really got to be careful you don't snub the nose wheel, and it just emulates that perfectly. So it's almost 100% full size. I think Cat 3 was on, he said it was just a little bit smaller than the full-size tiller, but I mean, I can barely tell. The grooves up here on the handle are awesome. They fit your fingers just perfectly. Working pedal, disconnect, push button. You can mount it if you want. I just have it sitting on an iPad case, and it seems to be working fine, but it definitely, it brings that immersion home to me when I'm on the ground. And I've tried taxiing the A340 600 round with it. It's pretty sweet. If Phoenix is half as good as advertised, TOLUS likely won't be necessary in Microsoft Flight Sim. Sam, you bring up a very interesting point, because you know what's going to happen then. I mean, maybe they'll just stick with X-Plane 12. I don't know how long Phoenix will go, if they're going to. My only concern, and being back in the Flight Factor reminds me of this, and that's, you know, we have the Flight Factor by default is just a classic CEO CFM airplane. That's it. You don't have a sharklet option. You don't have IAE option. You don't have a SATCOM option. So you lack, it sounds small, but you lack a lot of very simple changes. You know, if you want to fly a fleet like, say, V-Spirit, which is only IAE, you know, you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, you can do it with CFMs. It's not a deal breaker. But I just am concerned that, I guess concerned is the wrong word, but I just don't want to see Phoenix fall into the same trap where, like, here we are, what, 3-4 years later, and we still have the same base model. I mean, we don't even have pounds yet. So I don't know. I just hope we don't go down that path. I do enjoy the Flight Factor, though. It is, I say that, but I still enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy flying it. That rotation felt a little weird, but I think they're working. I think they're actively working on the flight model. That's why it seems kind of off every now and then. But all right, we're going to turn this way down, then we'll go outside. We'll look at the outside model for a little bit. But I mean, you can't deny the 3D modeling on the Flight Factor is freaking awesome. I don't know which side I want to look at. Let's look at this side here with the mismatched engine. So I'm probably making myself dizzy looking at it like this. Phoenix will get Sharklets and IE after release. It's confirmed. Well, it's been confirmed for Flight Factor 2, so I just, you know, how far after release? I know I want them to just get a good solid product out first, but I'm hoping we don't have to wait years, you know. That's all I'm saying. When working out some custom curves work, you could do custom curves, Dimitri, for the tiller. Are you talking about for the tiller? But you don't need any curves for any of the aircraft. I mean, because it's built into the tiller the way the potentiometer is. So maybe I'll show you when I'm on the ground if I remember. I'll go into the settings menu and we'll get off the network. But you can see how it moves even in X-plane settings. You can see how it moves really slow up until about 10, and then it gets a little bit faster, and then at 30 to 75, it's like it has its own curves. Is the yellow electric still on? No, yellow electric is off, but it sounds like that, doesn't it? When we were sitting in the back, it sounded like the yellow electric pump was on. We're getting into some Orbix now, which is good. We're getting into some Orbix now. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and throw on some of this. Here we go. Are you pulling back a little bit before VR when you hit VR? A little. Am I pulling back a little before VR or right when you hit VR? So in real life, you only start your rotation at rotate. Same thing in the sim. I only do it when I go past the rotate speed. So in real life, they call VR or rotate 5 knots prior to V1 or. No, V1 and then rotate as you hit rotate. So 5 knots prior to V1 is V1 and then rotate as you go through rotation speed. And the airplane should immediately start lifting. I don't know, it almost feels like it's sticking to the ground. What engines are these? These are Carta engine mod, V2500s, exclamation point engines. The sounds are driving me crazy, and the back sounds terrible. I don't know, Jeremy, maybe I missed an update or something. Maybe something got messed up. I don't remember it being that way before, do you? Jeremy, I mean, you would know better than I with the sounds, but I don't remember them sounding like that before. I think something might have been tweaked that I missed, or maybe, you know, in all the update changes, so we'll have to take a look at it. Looks like we're leveling here. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. We'll let them roam. How's the music? Is it too loud for you guys? I'll turn it down a little bit. I've learned to be more skeptical than hopeful with devs anymore. I've been burned one too many times. I don't fall for the hype or promise until they happen now. I'm with you, right? I'm with you, Aviator Trav. You know, it's hard for me not to get hyped about the Phoenix specifically because I'm so passionate about the Airbus. I mean, you guys know this. You watch this channel because you're passionate about Airbus too. But I'm so passionate about Airbus, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on the Microsoft Flight Simulator sim right now. So having a quality Airbus, I know how good it can be. I know about ProSim software, and I've seen the content release. I've been following the dev updates from Phoenix. I've been reading all the stuff. So, you know, I would be just as excited if Tolus was releasing on Microsoft, honestly. Even Flight Factor. I just want a quality, a study level simulation. Now, fly-by-wire is going to be there too, but their timeline, they got to work around some more hurdles first. The cabin view used to have more exhaust sound with it. Now there's just a high-pitched whining. Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. Flight Factor isn't the greatest plane with mods and betas. V1. Yeah, you might be right, Flight Force. I probably should just, you know. But I mean, look at this. This is the Batavia mod looks freaking good on there. You can't deny it. I mean, the strobe is a little weird flashing there, but it's a beautiful model. You cannot deny the beauty of the model on the Flight Factor at all. How soon to airlines board passengers prior to push? Douglas Phillips, that will depend upon the airplane itself, number one. It'll also depend upon your seating configuration, how many seats you have in your aircraft. You know, when all economy class A320 is going to take longer to board than...
Spirit Wings 928, CMAC number.
Spirit Wings 928, we're doing 7.6.
American 2860, CMAC number. American 2860, are you able to increase your Mach point 80?
I forget where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought there when he called us, sorry.
KLAS-KSMF, contact Oakland Center 133.7, have a good day, see you.
I was talking at some Southwest pilots at San Jose recently, and they were saying that FedEx is basically hiring captains off the street. That's crazy, man. FedEx used to be one of the hardest airlines to get a job at. That's beautiful right there. Steven, I'm a 13-year-old kid and I'm wondering what flight sim I should get. Steven, well, you know, you've got two good, I would say this, I'd say you have two really good options. You have X-Plane 12, which is coming, and Microsoft Flight Sim. Now, to get started, you know, X-Plane 11 has a demo. I believe they still offer a free demo, right? You can get the X-Plane 11 demo, test it out, see what you think, try out the Zebo mod if you can you run the Zebo mod in the demo? But I would caution against purchasing X-Plane 11 and add-ons for X-Plane 11 right now because we're about to go into X-Plane 12. So that would be my only word of caution on that. Microsoft, you were going to get Microsoft, then, you know, Microsoft Flight Sim is... I'm loving Microsoft Flight Sim right now. You guys see me streaming it. I just did it all week, pretty much. I believe so, Sarin Aviation. I believe they're still updating it because the flight model has been changing, it seems like, every time I get in it. I mean, that model, though, is just 10 for 10 on the juice. Oh, 30 minutes on the demo. There you go. Yeah, so... It would be tough. It would be a tough ask to buy X-Plane 11 right now with X-Plane 12 literally around the corner. So in the outside view, the strobes look good. Flight Force. In the outside view, the strobes are in the right spot. Actually, all the lights are in the right spot on the outside view. Kevin Thomas says, would it be appropriate to call an RNAV approach, the plane basically flying LNAV, VNAV profile down to the runway in simple terms? Yeah, that's 100% what's happening, Kevin Thomas. Yeah, 100% correct. The only difference between, you know, like an well, this is where you go in the RNAV versus RNP. Check out my... If you haven't already, Kevin Thomas, I have 2 videos on my channel explaining RNAV and RNP and the differences. But you're absolutely right. An RNAV approach is an LNAV VNAV profile. That's 110% what it is. The minimums of which and how low you can fly to are dependent upon the capability of the aircraft. And that is, what I mean by that is, does that aircraft possess the capability to have self-monitoring and alerting equipment, otherwise known as RNP? So, I have 2 videos on my channel that I go in depth. They're about 20 minutes long in each video, and it should really break down the difference between RNAV, RNP, GPS approaches, all that good stuff. It'll be breaking down on my channel on those 2 videos. So take a look at those if you really want to dive into it, but you are correct in that statement. We buy the Flight Factor 320 for X-Plane 12? Oh, will I fly it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to fly all the airplanes. Look, I just try, you know, when I call out things about an airplane, it's not that I'm trying to be disrespectful of it and of the developer. It's just I'm going to call a spade a spade. I told myself I was going to do that when I first started the channel, when no one knew who I was, to even now when I've gained a little bit more. You know, we're up to 20,000 subs, which is pretty cool, and had devs reach out. I had Tolis reach out to me. You know, they include me on their updates and stuff. So, you know, if I see something that's glaringly wrong, I'm gonna voice an opinion about it. But it means that they still do a hell of a lot better job than I could do. So, it's not to be meant as disrespect. And,
Wings 547, what's your cruise Mach number?
but I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that. A 320 with sharklets in the IAE is just the perfect. It's like the French, like a chef's kiss. You know, when you have the sharklets on a 320 with IAE engines, does that not just look perfect? Minus the little jagged shadow there.
Flight Wings 928, contact the Oakland Center 133.7, have a good day, see you.
33.7. You have a good one. Spear Wings 928.
Agent 406, contact Oakland Center 133. Level 390. 390, something was 1257. That's 1257, good rate through 35, please, for crossing traffic. That's right, you can get you. On 788, climb and maintain level 330. Roger, up to 330.
Did I see the JetBlue pilot who had one too many bourbons? I did. God, I don't even want no comments. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
381 there again, November, what's that, 7 Romeo Foxtrot or who?
Center, good evening. Spear Wings 928, level 320.
Wings 928, Oakland Center, right here.
Oakland Center, Southwest 748, 190.
I was wondering whether there's so many flights from Las Vegas to Sacramento. Yeah, it's a triple point event for V Spirit. If you guys are interested in VAs, and I personally am, you know, I never flew in a VA because it was almost too close to home for me, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't want to have to do certain things, and I get it for someone who isn't a real airline pilot who would love to be in a VA. I totally get that, but for me, I was just like, I just want to fly when I want to fly. But when my mods started this VA, it's like, I'm definitely, they supported me, I'm going to support them, so I joined it, and I was messing around, and then I actually really started having fun. The whole, what I really enjoy about it is how it allows, number one, it allows you freedom in how much you fly and don't fly. You don't have like a strict schedule you have to adhere to, which some people like, some people don't like. But I like how they have their own SOPs and they track you and you get dinged points and docked points if you don't do a single engine taxi or if you do things wrong. Like it gives you more of a purpose to fly, you know. And I'm sure a lot of VAs are the same way, but the whole VA thing is kind of new to me anyway. But I enjoy how they run things there. It's pretty cool. So I enjoy it. Triple point event tonight. Get to talk to Phantom 320 on the radio, which will be cool. I love V-Spirit, PSA, and V-Easy. Very nice. You just joined V-Spirit? Juan, that's awesome, dude. Awesome. I would have done a V-Spirit flight down to Columbia tonight in Microsoft Flight Sim, but we got to go out west. And I wanted to try this paint job. This paint job just looks too good.
1818, descend via the Slammer 4 arrival. It'll be the
Rex, yeah, it's one of the most expensive add-ons. It is. It is.
That'll be the Slammer 4, Spirit 1818. Southwest 1879 is flight level 184 for 190.
All right, so I can't tell you the last time I landed in Sacramento, so I want to actually get my charts out here ahead of time so we know what we're looking at.
542, contact Oakland Center 125.85.
12585, Blocker 542.
Wings 545, descend and maintain, follow 300.
Check my Discord. Hold on, let me pull it up.
545, descend and maintain, follow 300. Wings 1818, it'll be the runway 17 transition.
17 transition, Spirit.
Who would tell me? Fubar? No, Tom, I just saw your message in Discord. That's hilarious. Where's runway? It should look like this when binding it. Pedestal.
United 2371, Oakland Center, climb, maintain, follow.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I looked at.
545, Oakland Center.
I'll check it again. Fubar.
545, 555. Wings 545, descend and maintain, follow
Wait,
300.
no, that wasn't you. Who's who? I got like a bunch of different. I got so many messages up here. Oh, there's Fubar. Fubar, I love it. That's exactly what I was thinking about. The Kool-Aid man, Kool-Aid emoji. I don't know what the copyright is on that. I'll have to look into it, Fubar. That's hilarious. With Phantom being ATC, who's the FO you're going to blame now? Exactly. Kevin Thomas, thank you for the $14 super chat, sir. Very much appreciative of that. Thanks for answering my question about RNAV. I've watched the video. It was a while back. Just need a quick mental refresher. I was about to shoot an RNAV into Ontario. Figured I'd ask the legend. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin Thomas. Appreciate that, sir. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's an LNAV, VNAV path. That's 100% what it is. Thank you for your support, man. Glad I could help you out. Earlier today, I did an RNAV-5, a Yankee into Madeira, fully immersed, I must say. Excellent. Flight Force, what sim? What sim you flying? Russ D says, I just got back into Microsoft for the first time in weeks and flew the fly-by-wire 320 into San Diego and heard a familiar voice making announcements. Nicely done. Hey, Russ, I can neither confirm nor deny, but you're welcome. I thank Boris. He's the one that put them together. I wish they made a paint job for the 319 with different panels. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like, you know what? I bet you could use, you'd have to ask the livery creator if they're compatible, but you might, because the engines are the same. If you use the same engine mod, you could probably use the same livery. I don't know though.
Ending in 1317, go ahead.
There was just some Team Vodka support in that picture. Tom, there you are. Yeah, I was just scrolling through my messages and it's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. I love it.
No, I didn't. What is it?
Was on Microsoft with the fly-by-wire. Excellent, Flight Force.
Gonna be away for at least half an hour.
I noticed when the nose is up, sometimes I see the PLI come into view, but sometimes it's not there, and I wonder why it's inconsistent.
Yes, sir.
So it'll come down on approach to landing. Oh, this is a good check ride question, Jeremy. You're throwing me for a loop here. So it'll come down below a certain RA. I think it's like 350 feet, drops down, or it should anyway. And then it'll be there on takeoff on rotation until the wheels are off the ground, essentially, until the airplane sends it's in flight mode. Once it's in flight mode, it'll disappear. And the only other time it will come up, and yeah, I think that's it. I don't think it comes up in flight. I have to check. Because you don't need it in flight. The whole point of it is to not hit the tail. So your PLI is not needed in flight. Now, I thought there was something about abnormal recovery law that had something to do with the PLI being on 24/7. But that's, I don't think any airplane models that in any sim that we have. But yeah, Jeremy, it's only for tail strike purposes. So it comes in on landing, and then it's right there on takeoff roll until the airplane senses that it's airborne. V1, I've never flown to Sacramento. Any interesting approaches? I don't think so. I think they're all pretty standard. You're kind of out here in the middle of no man's land. Let's look at the approaches. We have the ILS loaded up, but let's take a look. Holy cow, 14 different ones. They got a load of RNAVs. But yeah, I don't think there's much. There's no like real special procedures down here.
1818 contact Oakland 127.905.
We'll have to see what they give us. Oh, look at this view though coming in here. What's this one? Oh, this one's interesting. Dimitri. It's got an RF leg, so I mean I say interesting, but it has a turn, but it's not like super interesting. Look at that view. Screenshot that view right there. Look at that. Likes view, 133 and 170 watching. Thanks you for hitting the like button, guys. I got to emphasize that because it does help the channel, especially someone like me who has an irregular schedule. When you hit the like button, it gets the videos in the algorithm, and it just helps bring people to the channel. So awesome stuff. Thank you guys for supporting. So does the PLI show your tail strike attitude? It is a pitch limit indicator. So yes, it is. You're not supposed to. If you pitch past it, you will hit the tail. Yeah, that's. If you pitch past the PLI, you will tail strike. I feel like the fly-by-wire is too clean. If you know what I mean, it makes it look. It is, Rex. It needs some dirt on it, but that's just the base Zobo model. You know, that's what they're dealing with. Do you still have to turn if the flight director is an ILS push button after landing to leave them alone? turn off the flight director. Yeah, after Aviation 24, after landing, you shut off flight director and LS push buttons. Reset the FCU for the next crew. Just good practice.
Flight 2078, we return.
Flight 2078, roger. Spirit Wings 230, contact Oakland 127.9.
Oh man, look at these views.
2795, Spirit Wings 230. Southwest 1257, contact LA Center 127.35.
Until LA Southwest 1227.
Oakland Center, picture 231. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Dimitri, I like that. No more ninja watchers. Let's help the channel hit the like button. Dimitri, good to have you back on stream, brother. Good to see you around, man. I hope you're good. I hope family's good. Hope work's not working you too hard. But Dimitri has been around a very, very long time. There are a couple of you in the chat that have been around a very long time too. But I think, if I remember correctly, Dimitri, when I did I think it was one of maybe my first stream. I think maybe it might have been my third stream ever. We were somewhere in California, and we're pushing back from the gate, and I didn't even know much about YouTube streaming. I was just making videos, recorded videos at the time. And you know what I said? Actually, some of my friends said, hey, why don't you just do live streaming anyway instead of making videos? I'm like, oh, I'll give it a shot. So I did 1 or 2 streams, and I think on the third stream, pushing back, and Dimitri just dropped a massive donut. I'm like, whoa. And it was just the enthusiasm. It wasn't the dono necessarily, which I very much appreciate the monetary value, but it was your message within the dono about how excited you were to be able to interact and ask questions, and how receptive you were of the content. And it just lit a fire under my butt, man. I was like, people love this stuff, and it's been a great relationship with you guys. It's been what, almost 3 years, 4 years almost now? Well, I mean 3 years at least, 2.5. Jeez, I don't even know how long, but it's been a fun ride. I actually do have a question. Into Syracuse on the 28 ILS, is that a mandatory hold or procedure turn? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me go back here. I gotta find this. 2585, Spirit Wings 928. Where we at? 3-2?
Center, Boeing 241 at the Gulf Heavy, flight level 400, requesting lower to 380 due to turbulence.
November 241 Delta, Gulf, Oakland Center, hello, descend maintain level 380.
Exclamation point sky, Kamek. Exclamation point sky. Ooh. Center, good evening. Spirit Wings 928, level 320. How you doing?
Spirit Wings, let's see here, 928 Oakland Center, should be with the other guy, 133.7, yeah.
Sorry, 33.7. Well, he told me to hand off.
410.
I was just with this guy.
Radio check.
With you. Well,
I was trying to reach you multiple times. I just want to make sure your radio is still working.
12795. I just got a message. We got to do some destination data here too. Center, good evening. Spirit Wings 928, level 320. How you doing?
928 Oakland Center, good evening. Say airspeed.
Airspeed, Spirit Wings 928. We're doing 275 knots.
928, descend maintain, fall 240, maintain 270 knots.
Descend to maintain 240, maintain 270 knots. Spirit Wings 928. All right, 240, 270 on the speed.
2078 with you, with 330.
Oh! A hard with you coming in there. That was a hard with you coming in on VATSIM. All right, real quick. We got to do some work here. But whoever asked this question, this is interesting. So this would actually depend upon your vector. So if you're using STOTA, yeah, you would have to, this would be a course reversal. But if you're coming straight in, you don't need to do it, right? This is a good one. This is a good approach. I would say you don't have to do it, but it is bolded. I would ask. In this case, I would ask ATC. Now, if you're coming from anywhere other than direct, you know, it may be because of the altitude. Like if you're coming in and you don't have the altitude to get down. I don't know. I'd have to check that one out. Whoever asked you that was a good question. It is bolded, so theoretically it is a mandatory course reversal. But why would you do a course reversal if you're direct? So maybe someone in the chat has the answer. I'm drawing a blank. Had one too many bourbons here. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and pause this music out here. I'm jamming. Let me get some sim sounds back in. I was patient number 3. It's been a hoot so far, Captain. You've come a long way since then. Never been prouder to be part of the community before. Dimitri, thank you so much, man. Much appreciated, dude. Very, very much appreciated. All right. Should we back up the time a little bit? Let's do it. I know it's kind of like meh, but now my flight factor is going to go all funky because it actually models like the. I just don't want to land in the dark. No one likes to land in the dark. So after wheel touchdown landing, does the McDo automatic dump all its data and reset itself? Jeremy, it will after it senses the rollout phase. You're correct. But it won't do it, you know. There's a caveat to that, Jeremy. I have to get back to that if I have time. Let me get back to where we were doing here. Douglas Phillips. You guys just don't want me to get my destination data in here, do you? Douglas Phillips, sir. Let me put this in here. 260 at 15 is the wind. Wow, 260 at 15, huh? Temperature is 12 minus 3. Dew point, QNH. 280 on the speed, speed makes 928. And QNH is 29er89er. 29er89.
2585, at least 406 today.
280 on the speed is set. We're descending down 240. And Douglas Phillips, he says, thanks again for the channel. If you want Douglas Phillips, $20 bomb, massive dono. Dude, thank you so much for that. Very much appreciative. Appreciate it very much, man. Thank you. Huge dono. This is fun. This has been a fun Friday night op for me, guys. You guys are making this a lot of fun. All right, I don't know what approach we're gonna get. I have the ILS 3.5 in here. Let's just put that in. I mean,
yeah, 2046 Oakland Center.
I guess it would tell us in the ATIS. Huh?
55, contact NorCal approach. 12.
Well, let's just get this here, and then we have 224 in the barrel. That's set. It's a standard ILS. We're going to go manual brakes, full flaps, full reverse. No questions. Cool. Consider yourself brief. We'll put terrain up. I don't think we have any weather to worry about. We're down to 240, 1,000 feet to level off. At this point, I'll be standing by to make an announcement and getting ready to do landing distance calculations, and we'll be on our way here. So let me see if Sacramento has a published runway in their ATIS. I'm sure they do. SMF ATIS. Foxtrot, simultaneous visual approach is in use. Runways 17 right. Wait, what? 250 at 15, 10 miles, gusting 21. Landing 17 right and left. Okay, so I got the wrong box in there. 17 right and left, so that's going to change things. Which actually is going to shorten up our flight, which is pretty good. So if we're coming in from the north, we're probably going to get. Where do we...
928, this would be the slimer for arrival, south transition, Sacramento, altimeter 2989er.
Send via the slammer south transition for SPRojects 928. Alright, that's the Z-Man, which is 3,000. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3,000 in the box here. We're going to hold off on the descent. Now we need to change our runway. I'm going to put in 17 left. ILS 17 left. Insert. Put a disco in there. It shouldn't do that. Disco, insert. Alright, there's no disco. Next phase, the approach for 17 left now. is going to be... Happy Friday, Captain. DJ Sketch, happy Friday to you. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Just getting ready to get excited. 227 is set in the barrel. Everything's briefed to be a right-hand turnoff. I don't know what gate we're parking at. Well, good luck trying to find the gate. I don't know where V-Spirit parks, but let's just go ahead and take it to Terminal A. And you know what? In fact, they have a gate. Parking spots and coordinates. No. I don't know what gate we're going to get. We're going to just ask for this and we'll go to Terminal A. How's that? Sounds like a plan. How are we on top of descent? We're at 240, 280 knots. We're looking fine. We got to go a little bit more before we start down. Where do you get the liveries for the IAE engines so they're not just white? You have to make sure you're getting a compatible livery, which will have the IAE engine mod on there for you. How do you determine how to distribute cargo between the fore and aft and the 321? That'll be on the ground crew. They have, so each, it's on the ground crew to load it, but each aircraft has a loading zone sheet, and it will tell you which bin you load first. So load this bin first on this airplane in CP1, CP2s. So CP stands for compartment, and depending on the airplane, 19, 20, 21, it can be 1 through 5, maybe even 6. And you don't load them in order, in numerical order. You load them according to the sheet because each airplane is different. So this tail number, that sheet has a specific tail number, it has the flight number, so you want to verify all that information. That's what we do when we get the final paperwork. And you pick that paperwork out and you say, okay, this is our tail number, this is the correct date, okay, this is how they have it loaded, and then you verify it when you get the final load report saying that it is indeed loaded in the correct bins. So it just depends. Most likely you're going to be loading the front. You always load the front first because you don't want to have a tail stand, or you don't want to pop a wheelie at the gate there. What's your PB bass there in Texas this fall? This fall, my first muskie fishing, I pulled in a 48-inch muskie. My friends that brought me were trying all summer to get one. They didn't. That's awesome. Rex, my PB here in Texas was a 10-11 a couple years back. A freaking behemoth, man. So my wife, she recently caught a 9.6 out of the little lake that we live at. So yeah, we caught some, she caught a nice one there. But yeah, 10 pounder. But until that point, it had been an 8. It was an 8 pounder for years. I couldn't break that. I couldn't break into 9, and then apparently I skipped 9 and went straight to 10. So it was kind of cool. I'll actually be fishing a tournament tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to because it's be blowing 20 miles an hour out there. India Virtual, welcome to the stream. I'm doing fine. How are you? Welcome on board, man. How can I check it's compatible with the IAE engines? I've looked everywhere. When you open up your livery, the folder, it should have, in the objects folder, it should have a V2500 folder. If it doesn't, it's not compatible. What realistically happens if landing data is not entered? Well, you're not going to have any minimums. But ground speed mini will be affected. It'll still fly though. Exclamation point sky, India Virtual. Jeremy, no, I don't. So most of my fishing's catch and release, but we do enjoy crappie fishing, depending on where you're from. We'll cook those up, or white bass, sand bass. All right, time to start down. 3,000 is blue. Speed, descent at a 24. Seatbelt signs coming on. We're looking good on gas. 5,000 kilos.
$45. Do we have any speed restrictions? Because we're showing an aircraft on our TCAS clear miles at 320. $45. Yeah, no.
Did I ever get in DCS? Absolutely. I was into DCS before I got into X-Plane, actually. I was in DCS quite heavily. And I still am. You know, I just haven't... Without my sim computer at the house, I don't do any gaming anymore, really, because I don't have a computer at the house, so I don't do anything. And I wasn't really a huge gamer to begin with, but I did enjoy DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. A lot of fun. A lot of fun flying that around. One of our mods actually shot me down a friendly fire incident. Terminal B, Aerostar, thank you, sir. Do you have to do touch and goes in real life with the 320 as part of a type rating? Nope, not here in the States. Simple takeoffs. I know that's a common thing in Asian countries. They do that. I had a buddy that was telling me he actually did touch and goes in an A350. I had an FO not too long ago who came off the A350, and he was based for, I think it was Hong Kong Airlines. Does that sound right? I think I told the story before, but he. Oh wow, look at that. We had a nice weather reload. Now we're coming in over some juice. But he told me that, yeah, after they do their sim training, they go do touch and goes in a 350, and they load up, I don't know, 7 or 8 pilots, and they all take turns doing touch and goes. But not here in the States, man. We don't do that. I saw all of your videos, but unfortunately not live because in India now morning need to go to office. Love you, Captain Happy Land. Thank you, India Virtual. Appreciate you stopping by the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. You know I don't stream in this window very often. So if it's your first time catching a live or first time stumbling on the channel, I appreciate you hanging out with us. Invite you to hit that subscribe button too. Oh yeah, here we go in the turn. That is some juice right there. V says, I'm having issues with the engine mods not showing the livery colors on the engines. You have to make sure you have compatible livery. You have to make sure you have a compatible livery. And all that means is the livery has to have a V2500 folder in it. Sometimes you can find liveries just for the engines. You know, if you have a livery and then you just search for IAE engine mod. The best place to look, guys, is the Discord. There's a livery Discord for CARTA engine mods, and you can find all the liveries that are available. Not all of them, but most of them. How are call signs determined? The numerical call sign is automatically generated from a computer system. We don't have any say in that. Now, sometimes you'll see a double, you know, like you might have the same number, then you'll have a numerical character, like Spearwings 928 Alpha. That means there's 2 928s flying, because apparently we ran out of numbers, which I don't know how that's possible, but it does happen from time to time. 29er, 89er.
Oakland Center, good evening, 610, November Sierra, level 360.
2989 set once.
650, November Sierra.
Set twice.
3234. 2340, November Sierra.
Set 3 times. Seatbelt signs on. We're descending out of 18. Cool. How are we looking? Between 17 and 13. Beautiful. Nope, it does not yet, Charlie. Doesn't have it yet. Ah, that's a beautiful view right there, though. I don't think we've heard Phantom yet, Douglas. I thought this guy was Phantom initially. I think the next guy will be. Because he should be on approach. He'll be working approach control. There was a series called Beyond the Cockpit. And they had, I think I saw a video of that, Alex. I think I saw a video of that. I was watching Pilot's ITV when the 340 dropped, when Tolas had the 340 out. I watched pretty much every A340 video on YouTube I could find. And there was, I think it was Pilot's ITV, and I was watching the Swiss Air 340 crews. So cool. Speaking of approaches, you have to try the NDB Bravo approach into LICR. I did it in the Mad Dog and had to pause it halfway through to change my underwear. LICR, what is that? Let's look. What is LICR?
928, contact NorCal approach 125.4.
25.4, Spearwings 928, yeah. You say 25.4? Was that 25.4?
25.4.
25.4, Spirit Wings 928, so.
Southbound to Airbus.
Oh, that's Phantom. That's Phantom on the radios. Here he is. Let's turn him up.
240, roger, maintain visual separation.
This is a real-world air traffic controller right here, and former Airbus pilot. Approach Cadena Spirit Wings 921 014, descending via the slammer with information Foxtrot.
Spirit Wings 928, NorCal approach, hello. Sacramento, 29er, expected visual approach, runway 17 left.
2989, expect a visual 17 left, Spirit Wings 928. How you doing, Phantom?
I thought it's 2240, you can turn right.
He's probably so busy, he's like, shut up!
Intercept the approach course there.
We're gonna get
Did fly-by-wire model
too high.
the soft go-round? Douglas, I don't believe so, but don't quote me. I've never tested it.
You're saying you need delay vectors?
It could be, but I do not know.
2240, roger.
Ginar, you're still here watching? Shout out to Ginar Hoffen. Late.
NorCal departure, radar contact, climate tape.
This flyby is just for you, sir. It's for staying up late, right here. Here's a flyby just for you.
We can make this work. We can take the visual.
That was 2240, roger. Clear visual approach, runway 17 right.
Look at these views coming into Orbix. Okay, I will say,
Contact capital time,
as good as Microsoft Flight Sim looks with the lighting and stuff, it's great. Orbix HD, especially you start getting into California, Portland, or I should say Oregon, is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're looking for good scenery and you don't want to do any ortho, just pick up the Orbix HD on the West Coast. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. The whiskey helps. I'm right. Dude, I'm right there with you, man. Actually, I gotta start drinking water here pretty soon. Actually, had a couple beers tonight, which was good. Figured it's after dark, Friday night. Let's have a party, shall we? I read the Airbus pamphlet on it and tried today. Did not work. I thought I did it wrong. Douglas, I would be surprised if it was. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Oh, I wanted to see that approach, though. LICR. Where is this? Reggio Calabria, Italy. Huh. And you said you did an approach. Oh my word. NDB Bravo. They still have those? Dude. Oh my word. Alright, we're gonna have to go here and fly in Microsoft Flight Sim next.
221, clear direct red bluff.
Look at this freaking. This is an NDB, track the bearing outbound, depending on your category, make a right turn. NDB DME, procedure turn inbound to an offset.
Contact Oakland Center, 125.85, see ya.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, 221,
I'm gonna keep that one on the, maybe a little sticky note of that one, because I want to try that at some point. Alright, let's not really mess this up. We're at a 10,000. We're already messing this up. Jeez, we're doing 280 knots, guys. We're doing 280 below 10. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this. Let the flight attendants know.
Yes, sir.
We need to get back to 250 here. We're doing 280 knots at 9,000 feet, just cruising in here. Is Orbix worth it in Microsoft Flight Sim? I do not have any in Microsoft Flight Sim, I will say that. But if it's as good as it is in X-Plane, I don't know. I would wager to say yes, but I have not used any in Microsoft Flight Sim, so can't quote me on that. Yeah, we were definitely speeding on that arrival. I'm surprised we didn't get yelled at. Maybe Phantom was being nice to us. We're going way too fast.
2016 Sacramento Airport, 11 o'clock, 15 miles.
Spoid brake, stow it.
2860, clear visual approach, runway 17 left.
777 taking off to Asia, exactly, Russ. As long as I don't dump any fuel.
28 depart 10 heading 240, radar vectors, visual approach, runway 17 left.
240 after 10 we'll expect radar vectors 17 last Brewings 928. All right, 240 after 10
maintain 3000.
Set and maintain 3000 Brewings 928. All right, 3000 blue, thrust out, open descent. I'm going to hold the speed here, 230. And what I'm going to do is, since after Z-Man is the only waypoint. So someone asked on the last stream, how would I do this in real life? So because there's only one waypoint after 10 I'm just going to delete Z-Man. We'll insert that, and I'm going to put 240 in the scratch pad. So now, if I fly at 10 or 10 if I don't do anything, it's going to just go into a basic revision mode, and I know, hey, I got to turn heading 240. If I forget, I got it right here in my scratch pad. You can dial in 240 here and just not pull it, but you know, after I think a minute and a half or whatever, it'll go away. But we're pretty much on heading 240 anyway, which is fine. So, you know, tomato tomato. All right, we're down to 3,000. Everything has been completed. We're doing manual brakes. Let's do another flyby. Zorps, good evening, welcome. Phantom figures, you already have his number. Al, wouldn't it be something if I totally just botched up this whole thing? Sometimes I think Ortho looks better than Microsoft Flight Sim. Depending where, like this to me looks more real than Microsoft Flight Sim. Except the window, you know, if we had a proper window frame here. But sometimes Microsoft Flight Sim looks too dramatic. I totally agree. Totally agree. I'm very curious to see this type of ortho, though, in X-Plane 12 lighting. I think that we're going to be in for a treat. I really do. I'm not sleeping on X-Plane 12. Don't sleep on X-Plane 12, but this ortho looks very, very realistic. It's not over-dramatized like Microsoft can be at times. You should turn back time a little. You don't want to land at sunset? What time is it? 8:40? We're looking good, guys. We are looking good. Batavia mod lights for the win.
American 2860, contact Capital Tower 125.7, see ya.
That's Tower Freak. SMF Tower 25.7. All right, 1,000 to go. I'm gonna dial up 210 on the speed, just because that is still a restriction there. We have 210, but we don't have to obey the at or above 4,500. All right, we're getting close. We know we got to go 240 on the heading. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it here right about now. 0.6, 0.5. Right now, so we don't freak out everything. 240. Heading, and flaps 1.
Wings 928 to Sacramento Airport, 11 o'clock, 15 miles, report field in sight.
Yeah, we'll call it with CS Wings 928. Don't see it yet. Should I make him work? Should I make him give me a... Should I just tell them I don't see it? They can give me the ILS. Alright, did we activate and confirm? Let's double check. We don't need this in the box anymore. We will activate and confirm. Oh, is that the field? Oh, yeah, that's inside. Field inside, Spirit Wings 928.
Spirit Wings 928, clear visual approach, running 17 left.
Clear visual 17 left, Spirit Wings 928. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to do another real world technique here. I'm just going to direct me to Derby. Insert, because that's on the ILS, isn't it? Yep, there it is. So we're just going to go direct to Derby. It's radar fixed. We're cleared visual, so we no longer have to maintain 3,000. When you get cleared like that, that is a actual clearance. Or
traffic 12 o'clock,
approach clearance.
10 miles northbound to Challenger. He's going to be for the west side.
Roger, we're looking at Spring Wings 928.
767 traffic, 2 o'clock.
I'm going to set 2,000. We're going to keep coming down.
3,000 needs for the
Little spoid break. Steve Davey, welcome to Private Pilot, sir. Exclamation point, welcome. XP 72 in chat. XP, loved your takeoff earlier, man. Absolutely loved your takeoff in Microsoft Flight Sim. Welcome for the landing here, my friend.
190 to join the final.
Jeez. Trying to cut me in tight. All right, 190 to join SpaceX 928. He's really bringing me in. All right, let's do this old school way. Let's go autopilot off. Flight director's off. Give me the bird. Dial up 180 in the FCU. Let's hand fly. He wants 190 to join, basically. We'll just maintain 2,000. He gave me a direct to the numbers. That sucker. That sucker trying to get me here. We'll be all right. We're low enough though. We do need to slow it down. I'm gonna hold about 1,900 feet here. If I had an FO, I'd say, hey, shoot me a line. But see, this is where the 320 is slippery. Like we're 319, we wouldn't have this issue at all. There's the altitude alert. Check. We'll set go around altitude of 3,000. Auto thrust is coming off. We'll manage it up.
928, contact Kaplan Tower, what's 5.7
25.7, great work. We'll talk to you later. Spearwings 928. Boom. I should go around just so I talk to him again. VFE next mass 10, flaps 3, out of sequence here. Tower good evening, Spearwings 928, visual 17 left.
Spearwings 928, Capital Tower, good evening, runway 17 left, clear to land.
17 left, clear to land, Spearwings 928. All right, lights are on. We're cleared to land. My speed brake command is not quite bound proper, so we'll do that. We'll do this. We're way low here. Let's level it off so we can actually be stable. Where are our signs blue? Oh, we gotta do this. Maybe? I don't know. Gears down, spoid brakes arm, VFE next minus 10 flaps. Oh. Yeah, she pitches a little funky too. Alright, we're gonna follow the bird down 3 degrees. Nice little wind in here. Look at this crosswind. I'm gonna pull up the LS just so I can have a reference. See, we're just a little bit low. Oh man, what a crosswind. 20 knot direct crosswind. Holy crap. All right, there's our slope, 2 whites, 2 reds. We're crabbing her down. A little fast, correcting.
$500.
Stable, clear to land.
$400. $300. 100 above. $200 minimum.
I feel like it's responding to thrust changes a little bit faster than
100.
normal. Man alive, we're just gonna crab this sucker all the way down, aren't we?
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard 5.
Spoilers. Pre-first screen, I can barely keep the nose on center line. 281, we'll take that. We were low, 70 knots.
Good evening, runway 17 left, actually continue.
We were low on the numbers there, 21 feet above threshold. I don't know if we lost all our perf or what. We'll have to take a look at that replay.
Airwings 928, welcome to the Sacramento exit right when able, contact ground point 7. See ya.
Over ground point 7, Spearwings 928.
Walker 767, welcome to Sacramento, exit left when able, contact ground point 7.
Alright, where are we going? We're going to go Terminal A. Ground, good evening, Spearwings 928, clear 17 left, going to A gates.
Spearwings 928, Capital Ground, welcome to Sacramento, taxi to ramp via Delta Charlie 2.
Ramp Delta Charlie 2, Springs 928. All right, here we go. That was a hard butter indeed.
Ground over 767 off 17.
But it was weird. I thought we were pretty much on profile, and then we came over the numbers at 20 feet. That's pretty darn low.
Sacramento, taxi to ramp via Alpha Golf 1.
Pretty darn low.
Golf 1 over 767, thank you.
All right, I don't have taxiway signs here, so let's see. I think we'll just take... Did he say Charlie 1? Maybe he said Charlie 1. We'll go Charlie 1 because we got to wait 3 minutes so we can get our bonus points for single engine taxi. Let me pull up my ACAR, see what time we actually landed at 2:45. So we got about 1 more minute, then we can get our bonus points for single engine taxi. We won't start the APU either. Wouldn't 20 knot crosswind call for flaps 3 landing? No. Not necessarily. Flaps 3 is more for when you're really starting to get into some gusty conditions and wind shear. We'll go to Charlie 3. That's Charlie 2. Oh, he said Charlie 2? Cool, we'll take Charlie 2. Here we go, we'll exercise some tiller action. 90-degree turn. Flyby tiller action. Awesome. Alright, let's give it a little juice and then we're gonna take it into the gates here.
Contact Tower 125.7, good night.
Tiller is a Cat 3 design. Cat 3 design. Exclamation point tiller. Check them out. Exclamation point tiller video if you want to see the video I did on it as well. Alright, I see where we're gonna go. We're gonna go right there. So we're gonna turn that off. We'll go yellow electric pump on. Confirm 2. Confirm. We'll spool down number 2. That should have been at idle. Single engine into the gates. We get some bonus points for V Spirit. Air engine tube bleed leak. That's an old thing. That's an old Airbus problem. They don't really do that anymore. Alright, we are clear. Lights off. Into the gate we go. Oh my gosh, did I see that truck go right under the nose? Give me a heart attack. It should be right about there should be the money. Yep, I'd say so. Which one's a 320? It's that last line, so right about... I need Chris Duper to marshal me in here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Perfection. Absolute perfection, my friends. Alright, brake set. Seatbelt sign. Need ground power. Normally takes about 10 minutes, then they get it hooked up. Cool. Ground power is on. Engine 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sacramento Airport. That tiller be the bomb. Yes, sir, Dimitri. Exclamation point tiller video. Check it out. Perfect parking. It was perfect. It was all due to the tiller. 100% due to the tiller right there. We might have got off a little bit at the end, but that was pretty darn good. Man, 320. This livery is freaking sweet with the mismatched cowling. I love it. All right, 5% N1. Beacon light will come off. Let me make sure my flight is closed for V-Spirit. Which it is. So V-Spirit gave me a landing rate of... Ooh, that gave me a 300?
Ground 3 wings 230 Delta 9 holding short Delta.
It felt firm. It felt firm. All right, let's take a look at replay. We'll disconnect. We'll go replay mode. We'll go up here. We'll go replay. Let's check it out. Let's see what we did. Let's analyze. Let's analyze this landing. I mean, we don't have any sounds, which sucks. Look at this crab. So in X-plane, a 10 knot wind is like a 20 knot wind. So a 20 knot wind is like a 30 knot wind, if not more. So we came in, we just lost some juice right here. What the hell was I following? How could we come in 20 feet low? We're on profile, and then it just drops out. Gino, you're still here. I was gonna see if you're still here, man. Unreal. Unreal. Thanks for staying up, man. Yeah, we lost a little bit of juice there. I don't know. That didn't look that low. There we go. That's my full rudder, and we still couldn't get it. That's on me. That's just my rudder stuff. I mean, we were full rudder. Look how hard I was trying to decrab. So I was full rudder all. Okay, so right here. Here we go. Ready? Right there. I'm full left rudder. 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 And still a little side loaded. Oh well, but that's not the airplane's fault. That's me with a combination of X-plane physics. We got her back on center line though towards the end. Guys, we're gonna wrap this up with a few wing views. I had a lot of fun tonight. I don't normally stream this late, so thank you for everybody who stayed up late, who was here late. Maybe it's early for you. Maybe you don't get to catch them live. I know, Dimitri, you're out there on the West Coast, so glad you could stop by. XP72, thank you for stopping by as well. Everyone, this has been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to be off for a couple days now. I mean, as in not streaming. I got some things I got to take care of. But I do have something special I want to show you guys coming up here in the GA world. Ooh, that looked good. In the GA world. So be looking to see that update here pretty soon. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya!